Happy Tip Tuesday, golfers. All right, Jake, back on the lesson tee. Today we're talking about arms and forearms and elbows. Maybe explain to people what's going on here as I stand over a golf shot.
Yeah, so we attach an alignment stick to your elbows, both to keep the position of your elbows in relation to each other throughout the golf swing, but also to make this nice triangle, which we can use to look at the structure of your golf swing later.
Yeah, so my arms are in front of me and they're together a little bit. I remember I read Hogan's 5 lessons as a kid, and he had a picture of his hand placement and then yarn around the forearms. He really talked about a one-piece unit and cohesiveness, and I like that. And to this day, I try to point the cups of my elbows out a little bit and my elbows at my hip joints. And I remember there was an image in that book about that as well. So a nice, tidy, square, controlled, centered setup. And as I swing, Jake, I want to keep that, right? So we see a lot of this stuff where we see a lot of arms separating and lifting and just moving away from each other. You want the arms to stay together as you swing the golf club back.
Yeah, if it's one structured unit, everything's going to stay much more connected throughout the golf swing. And you can really see how that triangle maintains itself, even to the top of your backswing, where we can see your forearms and alignment stick are still making that structured triangle.
Yeah, it's okay if those elbows move a little bit apart as you swing, but it's a nice thought to keep them together, isn't it? And keep the elbows pointed down.
Considering they should be a similar distance at the top and at address, the thought of keeping them together for a lot of people could be really productive.
Yeah, they really feel in front of me too, so I can deliver the club properly. So
absolutely.
One last detail, let's give it to everybody. What's that final detail at the top of my swing? What do we want to see up there?
Yeah, well, assuming your arms have this nice structure, we also want that trail elbow to be in front of the trail hip. When your arm starts getting too far back away from you, so the elbow bleeds behind the hip, it makes it very difficult to resync your downswing because your arm's going to get caught behind your legs.
Yeah, I really think on the way down here, I'm going to be underneath and flipping, or I'll be pulling my arms back into position. So
totally.
Lots to digest there. Let's get those elbows pointed at the hip joints at the start, set up this nice triangle. As we rotate back and swing the club, we keep the elbows together and pointed down. And at the top of the backswing, the trail elbows in front of that pant seam, right, that hip joint. That gives me a delivery position that I can live with and hit a golf shot from.